Councillor Cashmore.
Yes, thanks, Mr. Chair. Francis, we have under-delivered on the assets by 336 mil in a financial sense, but we are going to be doing it. It'll come in next year or whenever. We know it's an iterative process, flows through. But we've got the savings of 68 million from lower finance costs. Of that 68 million in interest savings, what percentage of that is actually savings we've made because we haven't spent as much, so we haven't had to borrow as much?
Most of it's due to not having to borrow as much.
Yeah, so it's the actual fact, it's not so much the lower costs rather than the interest rate savings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the interest rate savings we budgeted
We hedged
to.
it.
Yeah, and we pretty much, we're a bit below, but not significantly below.
But that hedging will actually even out as we go further through in time, don't we? So,
Yes.
Okay, Councillor Cooper.
Thank you. I just want to ask about the port dividend. It's 4 million behind, is that right? Reduced. Is that to do with the halt of the wharves, legal expenses, loss of business because of those plans, or do you know?
No, I wouldn't know exactly why, but that's something that you could ask of the CCA.
Yeah, it's a bit concerning because, I mean, it was going right up and now it's going down again, so.
I think it is loss of business because they did signal in 6 months or 9 months ago that dividend this year would be down.
Yeah, I know,
quite a
because
bit,
of,
so
they can't
it's loss
accommodate
of
ships.
business.
Thank you.
Right, do we have a mover? Oh, Cameron, you are moving it or wish to speak?
Yeah, I'm happy to move it,
Okay, we have a seconder?
Chair. Oh, and just a question I have.
Yep.
Just on Councillor Cashmore talked about the lower cost of finance here because we're not borrowing as much because of the capex drag. But I just wanted to just get some steerage on the interest costs and what line item that falls under. I presume it falls under on our agenda page 106 repayments of borrowings, but I suspect that $1 billion includes principal as well. And so I suppose my question is, because it seems to be getting harder and harder to find each year, is the raw Auckland Group interest costs to the 9 months and the forecast to the budgeted forecast for the 12 months. Last figure I saw was about 450 million. I just wondered where that was represented and what the number is.
Okay, Councillor, if you look on page 104,
Yep.
under the expenditure, the last line, it says finance costs.
Yep.
Those are our 9-month costs, actual.
Yep.
And the phase budget and the total for the year is 441.
Okay, so it comes under the finance costs as opposed to the repayment of borrowings.
Yep.
So the full year is 441, and we're well on track to falling under that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. We'll put the motion. We have a mover and a second. All those in favour?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. John and Jazz. Thank you, Francis.